like this, I think that lesson learned.
Yes, but you can know something, but hearing it from somebody else make it probably hit a little different.
You think somehow me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call?
Everything seemed calm on the surface, almost too calm, and that's exactly why this moment hit so hard. People were already whispering about trouble in the Scott household, but nobody expected the situation to explode the way it just did. 1 minute, Marsau Scott was moving around with that same confidence he always shows on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, acting like nothing in the world could shake him. And the next minute, everything came crashing down because this time, somebody stepped forward with details so specific that even Marsau couldn't brush them off with his usual jokes. And here's the part that caught everyone off guard. Instead of laughing it off, instead of flipping the situation and making it sound ridiculous like he usually does, Marsau completely froze. For the first time in years, that smooth talk charm didn't work. That relaxed grin wasn't there. And the moment LaTisha saw the evidence placed right in front of her, something inside her shifted. She didn't shrug it off like before. She didn't run to social media to defend him. She didn't jump in front of the story to shut down the rumors. She sat there quietly, absorbing every detail, while the man she built her entire world with suddenly had nothing to say at all.
That nobody's saying anything, and I am the referee for real. It's like, Maurice, let him let it out. Chris and Nell are zombies. Poor Lance, he just new and traumatized. I just don't want anybody to swing on each other. Like, that's the last thing I want.
But the twist that nobody saw coming? Marsau, who always acts unbothered, who always makes it seem like he's 10 steps ahead, actually begged. Not casually, not subtly. We're talking full-on panic mode, pleading with the wife he thought would never turn her back on him. Because for the first time ever, LaTisha wasn't just upset. She was done. And Marsau knew it. But before we get to that emotional confrontation, we have to look at how everything led to this exact moment. Because this wasn't a random rumor or a misunderstanding. This was the breaking point after years of warnings, whispers, and red flags that fans were pointing out long before LaTisha ever acknowledged them. Marsau and LaTisha have always presented themselves as that strong, steady couple who could survive anything. And for a long time, many people believed it. They built businesses together. They raised their children together.
See my favorite on the show? Go find her then. Shit, where's Tisha at? Tisha getting pampered. Yesterday was her birthday.
Let me check my goddamn
Right, because I know I got a private investigator following her little cheating ass. So I'm gonna find out because you know she wanna Tisha ain't the kind of person that be sitting there taking that shit. She wanna just get back. She wanna cheat back. So I gotta watch her.
They stood side by side even when the cameras tried to expose cracks in their foundation. Every season, it felt like somebody was throwing accusations their way, and every season, LaTisha stood tall, defending her husband like nothing could shake her trust. She clapped back at cast members, challenged fans on social platforms, and made it clear that she wasn't going to let rumors take over her marriage. But behind that united front, the tension was always there. There were late-night phone calls that didn't make sense. Trips that didn't add up. Stories that shifted depending on who asked. And of course, that unforgettable Atlanta trip that became a major turning point for many viewers. People didn't forget how uncomfortable Marsau looked when the topic came up. They didn't forget the way he dodged questions, cracked jokes, and tried to shift attention away from himself. Even though he made it sound like people were reaching, the doubts never fully disappeared. Then came Martell Holt, who hasn't been shy about shaking the table whenever he gets the chance.
The part of the harassing communications was you sending the picture.
No.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, that's the question I gotta ask. The question is, how do you feel about that? That makes me lose respect for Martell.
If it was true.
If it was true, yeah. I didn't say it was true. I assumed it was true.
You assumed it was?
Now that he's saying that it's not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I can believe Martell.
And whether people see Martell as messy or brutally honest, one thing is certain: he hasn't stopped hinting that he knows things about Marsau that haven't come out yet. Every time he opened his mouth, he acted like he had more information than he was allowed to say. And every time he brought up Marsau's behavior, the room suddenly got colder. Fans noticed it. The cast noticed it. And deep down, LaTisha noticed it too, even if she didn't say it out loud. But nothing hit as hard as the moment this new woman came forward. And this time, the details weren't vague. She didn't just pop up randomly to get attention. She had the kind of specifics that made even the biggest skeptics pause. Dates, times, places, and the most damaging part, messages and a voicemail that sounded far too familiar. When those receipts surfaced, everything changed. LaTisha didn't ignore it. She didn't roll her eyes. She didn't jump to defend him. She stared at the evidence, every piece of it, and for once, she didn't have the energy to fight anyone.
I know several women you've been with.
Right,
I know several women you've been with.
So here's the difference.
And I would suggest you stop talking so much about my. What made you lose respect for me? Because what you're saying right now isn't even true. So I'm up here telling you what the truth is, and you still say that you have no respect for me. So I'm saying, okay, it must be something deeper. So what is it?
The woman who spent years standing by her husband simply went quiet. And that silence rattled Marsau in a way nothing else could. People close to the couple started sharing that LaTisha finally confronted him, and this wasn't a calm conversation. This wasn't a soft, explain this to me moment. This was a full breakdown of every lie she overlooked, every moment she pushed aside, every time she trusted him even when something didn't feel right. She laid everything on the table literally and emotionally. And when she asked for the truth, Marsau couldn't rely on his usual quick comebacks or sarcastic remarks. He froze. The confidence slipped away. And that's when he realized this might truly be the moment he loses her. People forget that LaTisha has always been described as loyal to a fault. She built her identity around being a supportive wife and mother. She believed in marriage, in family, in protecting her home. She endured the whispers. She ignored the teasing. She let the world talk about her husband and still found reasons to believe him. But even the strongest woman reaches a point where she can't keep pretending. And when trust dissolves, everything else begins to fall apart right behind it. The emotional shift didn't happen all at once. It was the little things that changed. She stopped defending him on social media. She stopped forcing a smile during uncomfortable moments on camera. She started pulling back instead of forcing herself to stand strong. And that changed everything for Marsau, because for the first time, he could feel her slipping out of his grasp. And here's where things got even more complicated, because the Scott marriage isn't just about love. It's also a business partnership. They share real estate ventures. They run their cigar lounge. Their entire brand is built on the image of a united couple who make power moves together. If the foundation cracks, everything they've built becomes vulnerable. And Marsau knows that better than anyone. Sources say that once he realized she was genuinely considering walking away, he panicked. Not the type of panic he could hide behind a sarcastic comment or a smirk. This was a different Marsau, one who finally understood that his marriage wasn't as bulletproof as he thought. He reportedly told her he would change his behavior, be more transparent, attend counseling, do whatever it took to fix what he damaged. And the people around them said they've never heard him sound like that before. The man who always acted like he didn't owe explanations suddenly had plenty of them. But here's the twist: now LaTisha has the power. She's no longer reacting out of fear, embarrassment, or pressure. She's not trying to keep her marriage together just for appearances. She's thinking clearly, maybe for the first time in a long while. And that clarity has made her realize something heartbreaking but necessary. A woman can only carry someone else's mistakes for so long before she collapses under the weight of it. The emotional impact hit their entire household hard. Their children felt the tension even if they didn't fully understand it. Their families could sense the shift. And even fans who watched them for years saw the change in LaTisha's eyes. She looked tired, not just physically, but emotionally drained from years of defending a man who never protected her with the same intensity. Being humiliated publicly over and over again breaks something inside you. Being mocked by strangers because your partner keeps creating opportunities for rumors slowly chips away at your confidence. And watching the man you love dismiss your feelings when you're hurting only deepens the wound. That's what LaTisha carried for years. And now, she's finally acknowledging how heavy that burden is. And this moment might be the most powerful part of her story so far. She's not begging him to stay loyal. She's not begging him to act right. She's not begging anyone to believe her marriage is perfect. She's choosing herself. She's allowing herself to feel anger she pushed aside. She's recognizing the patterns she ignored for too long. And she's giving herself permission to walk away if the pain becomes louder than the love. Meanwhile, Marsau is doing something he's never done before. He's fighting to keep her. Not with jokes. Not with charm. Not with half answers. He's trying in ways people around him have never seen. Because losing her would mean losing everything he took for granted: stability, partnership, trust, family, and the one person who always believed in him even when he didn't deserve it. Now fans are asking the big question: what will she do? Will she give him another chance, knowing this isn't the first time she's heard stories like this? Or will she start building a future that doesn't include a man who continues to break her heart? Either way, one thing is clear: this time, the power isn't in Marsau's hands. It's in hers. And whether she chooses to stay, rebuild, separate, or reinvent her entire life, viewers will be watching closely, not because they love drama, but because they've watched her transform from a woman who lived in her husband's shadow into a woman who finally knows her worth. And for the first time in their entire marriage, Marsau is realizing that he might lose the one person he thought would never walk away. The question now is whether he's too late. And she's giving herself permission to walk away if the pain becomes louder than the love. Meanwhile, Marsau is doing something he's never done before. He's fighting to keep her. Not with jokes. Not with charm. Not with half answers. He's trying in ways people around him have never seen. Because losing her would mean losing everything he took for granted: stability, partnership, trust, family, and the one person who always believed in him even when he didn't deserve it. Now fans are asking the big question: what will she do? Will she give him another chance, knowing this isn't the first time she's heard stories like this? Or will she start building a future that doesn't include a man who continues to break her heart? Either way, one thing is clear: this time, the power isn't in Marsau's hands. It's in hers. And whether she chooses to stay, rebuild, separate, or reinvent her entire life, viewers will be watching closely, not because they love drama, but because they've watched her transform from a woman who lived in her husband's shadow into a woman who finally knows her worth. And for the first time in their entire marriage, Marsau is realizing that he might lose the one person he thought would never walk away.